Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most anticipated world events of 2022.
So it is an ambitious, optimistic plan, but they are at least giving the British people and people across the Commonwealth something to look forward to, a little bit of hope.
For this list, we're looking at the biggest organized events or happenings that are scheduled or likely to occur in 2022. Though some of these entries center around specific countries, they should have a global impact in order to make the list. What are you most looking forward to? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Eurovision Song Contest 2022. Though Eurovision as an institution is most prominent on its namesake continent, it has been getting more play worldwide in recent years. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, 2020 was the first year the contest didn't take place. But it did see the release of a Eurovision-themed comedy movie subtitled The Story of Fire Saga.
Thought I made it clear, do I have to say it? It was always there, we just didn't see it.
Eurovision returned in 2021, as Italy took home the top prize with the song Zitti e Buoni by the rock band Måneskin. As is tradition, Italy will now host the 2022 iteration in Turin. With 41 countries participating, the contest will run between May 10th through the 14th. Number 9. James Webb Space Telescope. You know this wouldn't be a future-based list without some cool space stuff.
Liftoff from a tropical rainforest to the edge of time itself, James Webb begins a voyage back to the birth of the universe.
Though NASA's James Webb Space Telescope was officially launched on Christmas Day 2021, it won't reach its final destination for another 30 days or so. That orbit point will be the second Lagrange point in the Sun-Earth system, over 900,000 miles from its starting location.
Over the next few weeks, Webb will continue deploying its antennas, sunshield, and mirrors. Each procedure a critical and complicated step to fully assemble the 7-ton telescope, a process space fans will be able to follow in real time.
Able to see in infrared, the telescope will be a marked improvement over the Hubble. Its mission will be to give us a deeper understanding of the origins of the universe, from the formations of galaxies and their respective stars and planets to the Big Bang itself. We'll be eagerly awaiting any findings both in 2022 and beyond.
A new era of space exploration with the potential to change how we see our place in the cosmos.
Number 8. Germany phases out nuclear energy. In 1994, Angela Merkel was appointed German Minister for the Environment, Nature Conservation, and Nuclear Safety. After assuming the role of German Chancellor in 2005, the highest office in the land, Merkel made it an issue to do away with nuclear power in favor of renewable resources. With the advent of the Fukushima nuclear disaster in 2011, which was caused by an earthquake and tsunami off the coast of Japan, Merkel's government announced the cessation of nuclear power in 2022. And, right on schedule, Germany looks to be keeping its promise.
Personally, I've long been convinced that in our energy mix, we will need nuclear power for a certain amount of time. Although the goal we must keep in mind is to arrive in the renewables era as quickly as possible.
Though the use of nuclear energy remains a hotly contested issue from both sides, there are already many countries following Germany's example. Number 7. The 2022 U.S. congressional elections. While it seems lately like U.S. presidential elections are more hotly contested than anything under the sun, the 2022 campaigns may have far-reaching effects in their own right. All 435 seats in the House of Representatives will be up for grabs, as will 34 of the 100 in the Senate. This will in turn decide the 118th Congress, which will reside for the final 2 years of Democratic President Joe Biden's first term in office. With the 117th Congress holding a Democratic majority in both the Senate and the House, it is possible that Biden could enjoy that advantage for his full presidential term. Number 6. Chuuk State Independence Referendum.
This is a big deal for the Pacific, and it's not just about Chuuk or Micronesia, but it could also have global ramifications.
Quick, how many countries are there in the world? If you guessed 195, you'd be correct. Chances are, however, few of you had a very good inkling, partially because that number is periodically subject to change. Well, it could be changing again in the near future, as the most populated state in Micronesia, Chuuk, will be possibly voting for independence in 2022. Though a potential vote has been delayed a couple of times since 2015, this could end up being a very interesting development should it come to pass, particularly considering the potential country's international relationships.
If the vote does go ahead and independence is voted for, it could then trigger a race between benefactors, each country trying to solidify their Pacific military presence.
Number 5. The Batman release. Yes, this is an American film, but Batman is such a world-renowned character that it'd be shocking if this release didn't make global waves in March of 2022.
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
I'm vengeance.
With the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, movie theaters have taken a major hit. But audiences have shown that they are willing to show up for the right movie, as Spider-Man No Way Home became the first film in 2 years to cross the $1 billion mark at the box office in December of 2021. And if there's any superhero bigger than Spider-Man, it's Batman. In a time when the world feels more divided than ever for a myriad of reasons, this could give us all something to cheer about. Well, assuming it's good, because come on, look at that beautiful trailer. Number 4. Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee.
How will Her Majesty mark her 70-year-long reign?
We can already hear people accusing us of jinxing things, what with Elizabeth having turned 95 years old in April 2021. But this milestone has been anticipated for some time now. So if anyone has jinxed it, it ain't us. Indeed. Assuming Elizabeth II is still Queen of the United Kingdom on February 6, 2022, she will have held that title for a whopping 70 years. Going back as far as the 18th century, only 3 monarchs in the world have reached that distinction. Naturally, the UK is set to have a big celebration. Though the festivities won't begin until June, the government has called it a once-in-a-generation show. Since Elizabeth is a once-in-a-generation gal, we would certainly hope so. Number 3. The 2022 Winter Olympics. Kicking off on February 4th, the Winter Olympics in 2022 will make Beijing the first city to have hosted both the summer and winter iterations of the Games. Beijing narrowly edged out the city of Almaty, Kazakhstan for hosting duties. However, the choice was not without controversy. Several countries have announced diplomatic boycotts due to human rights issues. There are also concerns about the environmental impact due to Beijing's unreliable snowfall and the amount of artificial snow required. The 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing were considered by many to be a highlight of what the Olympics can achieve, but we'll have to wait to see what 2022 brings.
Together, we will be ready.
Number 2. Double Asteroid Redirection Test.
NASA is crashing a spacecraft into an asteroid.
We return to space for our penultimate entry. The Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART, is pretty much exactly what it sounds like.
Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and DART on NASA's first planetary defense test to intentionally crash into an asteroid.
A probe was launched in November of 2021 with the intention of crashing into the minor planet moon known as Dimorphos that exists adjacent to the Didymos asteroid. All of which is to say that DART will determine how feasible it would be for a spacecraft to deflect an asteroid that's on a collision course with Earth. Tune back in around late September or early October for the results.
The dinosaurs are made completely extinct by an asteroid impact so many years ago. Here we are, we can actually do something about it.
While it's not as sexy as training a group of drillers to be astronauts to blow up an asteroid from the inside, it will be pretty cool all the same. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The 2022 FIFA World Cup. As much as people like the Olympics, when it comes to international sporting competitions, nothing tops the FIFA World Cup in terms of global excitement.
Pavard! Oh, how about that? Glorious! Benjamin Pavard puts France level.
Set to be hosted by Qatar, the smallest country to do so, the 2022 tournament will also be the first to be held in the Arab nation. Another first, the competition will take place in November and December rather than the traditional summer months, so as to avoid the extreme heat the area is known for. While there was some controversy with the host selection process over claims of bribery, none of that has prevented the World Cup from coming to Qatar, which will likely see as ardent a viewership as ever. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.